I need to address a few things. And then we're going to get into the possible chart manipulation and illegal marketing tactics that Big Hit Music allegedly used to increase the popularity of BTS. We're going to get into all that. Let's go. Hello, my friends. Hi, it's me, Sparta. How are you all doing? It's Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. Ah! I need coffee. Join me with your coffee. All right, folks. I really appreciate some of you all appreciate how much support you guys and encouragement. So when I get constructive criticism, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. When I get somebody just talking stuff and accusing me of things, I get a little like, what? Recently, I did a video on the CEO of Adore, which is was one of the little group agencies under the big label of Hybe. I was talking about her because for a couple years now, if you've been following me, you know that certain people have been popping up in these cards, in my cards, and I keep seeing a woman, and I saw a woman wanting to sabotage V, and I'm wondering, is that, I mean, she just, reason why she had so much information about V's schedule, she would know all that is because he was working with her, because he thought she was someone good that he could produce his music with. For some reason, he went with through her. And I don't know what was said or how she lured him, but I think she's been stabbing him in the back, allegedly. And you find that so when information came out that she was asked to resign, and stuff started coming out about her, and then her long press conference, it doesn't look good for her. I did a reading on her. And it was like, yeah, this is the person that I've been seeing. And we called her, we had a nickname for her as Evil Woman. That was what the video was about. So when people came up to me and saying, how dare you call, you are a woman, how could you call another woman evil? Well, first of all, number one, I'm non-binary. My pronouns are she, her, they, them. It could be he, him. I'm cool. I'm gender fluid. And so, yeah, there's that whole. Thank you for assuming my gender. Number two. So, the female side of me is going to call a person evil no matter what their gender is. If I believe in my heart, in my thoughts, like my logic might be saying, hey, this is bad. This person is doing bad things. There are some evil women in the world. I'm not going to name them, but there's some serial killers out there and other, just okay. You can call them evil, whether or not you're a woman. Okay, that's we'll just get through that. The next thing, I focused on the door agency CEO. Her Ms. Was it Ms. Min? Min was her last name. Yeah. The reading was about. I was trying to clarify, was this who I saw? And what is her intent? What was going on with her? What's she up to? And that was it. I was never, ever, ever saying Bong PD is innocent and I wasn't defending Hybe. Y'all know I get critical on Hybe if you follow me, especially with their division over here in America, because putting Scooter Braun at the CEO was big mistake. And while Scooter has produced and helped many artists who are talented and have gone far, Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, people, Taylor Swift. And what did he do? He bought out all of Taylor Swift's masters and her recordings, so she no longer owned her own music. That's shitty. Okay, I'm gonna put out the swear word, shitty. So yeah, just say that I always talk about there is someone in leadership who would always show up as the emperor reversed, and he was the evil emperor. Who is the evil emperor in Hybe? Is it the CEO of Hybe? Is it the founder of Hybe? Is it the main producer? We got, which one is it? Maybe it's a combination, But I have never said, oh yeah, everyone in Hybe is just, mwah. Do I say that Wong PD sees himself as a father figure to BTS, that he cares and is protective of these young men? Yeah, he does. He BTS was with him in the beginning of Big Hit Music, and they worked together and climbed to the top. And so he's really, this is his baby. Now, the CEO of Adore, her baby is New Jeans. And so, yeah, she's going to want to protect them and let them have the best. She probably, in her heart, wants to love on them, and hopefully she has treated them well. But that doesn't mean that she didn't do anything wrong. And the same with Wong PD. Doesn't mean he didn't do anything wrong. I think he's made some bad decisions, especially with Scooter. So I wanted to address that, folks. Please. And what's some of you all thinking I hate V? I don't criticize V. I have defended him. I absolutely love his voice and his music. But because I don't ship him, I must hate him. And you know who it is that people want me to ship him with. I'm not going to ship him. I don't ship any of the members. Okay? Let's just make that real clear. I don't ship actual people. Okay? If you're shipping characters in a movie or a book, a TV show, that is different because it's a character that was created. It's not real people. Okay? And I explain this all the time. So we got that stuff out there, right? Packed away. Did Hybe break the law? It is illegal in South Korea to manipulate the charts and certain illegal marketing practices, such as bulk buying of the songs, of the music, of the albums. You get the picture. The company buying the albums in bulk themselves to increase the popularity of BTS and possibly other groups. In 2017, Mr. A came out and he was alleging that Big Hit Music was doing this for BTS. And apparently, I'm not going to even say allegedly because the judge found that he did indeed extort and blackmail Hybe of Big Hit Music. Okay? But at the same time, the courts were like, because of the practices, marketing practices of Big Hit Music, they could be extorted and blackmailed. But Hybe denies doing any of these things and stood firm. The case is now coming back out, and I'm not surprised that this is popping back up and because it's getting the attention off of what is going on with New Jeans and their founder, the CEO of Adore. It's showing, hey, you know what, Hybe's bad too, and trying to lessen, well, maybe what she did. She was fighting for New Jeans for their popularity. She didn't go about it quite the right way, allegedly. But she was feeling a certain way that made her do those things. Was Hybe doing stuff that would in her feel this way? Is there some responsibility on Hybe's side? Quite possibly so. But at the same time, just because you're feeling pushed to do something doesn't mean you need to do the wrong thing. You have free will, and you can decide which route to go. But as the court, the one in the case with Mr. A, they said, if you hadn't been doing stuff, then you couldn't have been blackmailed. Allegedly. But it's true. Now, sometimes you can be blackmailed because someone is making up stuff and they want to try and take advantage of your popularity. That happens a lot too. So how do you figure out? You have to not think just with your heart, but you also have to use logic and facts and science. Some people say what I do is a pseudoscience, it's fake. And, being a psychic medium, I would say, no, what I do is real. Am I always accurate? Well, what I'm seeing is what I'm being shown, and how I interpret that is how I express myself. And sometimes I don't know exactly what I'm seeing. Like, I just kept seeing this woman causing trouble, and it was frustrating because I didn't know who she was. The evil woman, the Adore CEO. There's a connection there, I believe. So that's what I want to talk to you all about. Is Big Hit doing that? Are there better? Have they manipulated using bots to manipulate the charts? Or perhaps are fans doing this? And if it's the fans, does that make it right? Does that make it legal? Is Big Hit or Hybe have a responsibility to tell their fans not to do this? Do they? That's a big question, because once again, you can manipulate people in thinking it's okay to do something or not to do something. This is a lot. There's a lot on my mind, as you can tell. And I think with the change, we went from, you know, before radio, people used to just travel with their music. They had the traveling bards, people going around, and you would entertain with your music and try and get attention in the small, it was like a small region, small little area. And then, we were able to travel farther as transportation improved, and there were trains, vehicles that you could drive. You can get farther and you can get there faster, so things could spread more, especially when you could record music onto. And first it was like these little tubes, and then there was the records, the LP, the heavy. I mean, you see these old records that we play on a gramophone. They're thick. My grandfather had the gramophone, and I forget what the other thing is called, which had the tubes. I can't remember the name of it, but I used to love it when my grandfather would play the music or play like War of the Worlds, Orson Welles' radio show. The gramophone, that was really neat, you know? And radio opened the doors for so much music from different parts of the country, different parts of the world. People could hear and learn and enjoy and appreciate, or, maybe not like. TV and people, you could travel more, so bands and or performers could travel and get to places faster and easier and tour farther or more and do, expand their touring with where they could go. And then, TV and the variety shows and the music shows, and people could watch this on their TVs. And they didn't have ways to, like, technology was not as far along that they could have robots, playing the shows over and over again. It doesn't work that way. It's like a lot of these programs were live, and they had Nielsen ratings, so you could see how many people were, how many televisions were turned on to such and such. You didn't always know how many people. I mean, I remember when Nielsen ratings called my family, they wanted to know how many people are in the house, how many were watching such and such, how much TV do they watch, and we had to log every show that we were watching. It was crazy, but that's one way. And the fact you didn't get the results immediately, okay? Nowadays, you can get much more immediate results. Get it while it's happening. You can see it because of internet. The internet just opened the doors to everything, and that even led to the illegal downloading of music on forums such as Napster. So from there, then we got MP3 players and iPods. So digital music and listening to music, creating playlists this way was so much easier than making a mixtape or a mixed CD. Because first, the radio, we had records, 8 tracks. They didn't get very far. Many cassette CDs and digital. It's changed. So how we listen to music has also changed how you could market it, and you can catch live readings of when someone is listening to something and for how long, and that give them results. And people with the technology of different computers, programs, and robots can use to try and manipulate how many times, something is being played, and so that they can try and manipulate the charts. This is different. Now, is it when fans replay over and over again, would that be considered that kind of manipulating the charts? Does big hit music, Hybe, have a responsibility to discourage this? K-pop artists, they also have, when they release an album, it's like, well, you can have this cover, and this cover, and this cover will have this kind of, this special photo cards and stickers and such, and this one will have this kind, and this one. So if you want to get all, if you don't want to miss out, you're going to get all three. It's the same album, the same music, with different packaging, basically. And yeah, they do that to encourage people to buy more than one album. It's a little tricky. Is it doing that? Is that a way to get around the being accused of bulk buying? I mean, I really think things need to be looked into, reevaluated, and really see how you can judge someone for put on the charts. We saw Jimin skyrocket to first in the Billboard charts and then drop the next day, and it was like, what? And they were saying that there were certain listenings that they thought were from a bot, that were not a legit person listening. But what if that person is sitting there listening to this on repeat? Do you discredit those? Do you just count the first? Or should you count the multiples because that's showing you how popular the song is? I don't know. And this is where we're at. Now, how is this going to affect BTS going forward? The men are in the military. They can't defend themselves. Or could they, even if they were out, they might, Big Hit or Hybe might use them to say certain things. They may restrict certain things that they could say or do. Although, as we've seen, like Jungkook has kind of rebelled against what they were allowed to do. So, I don't know. This should be interesting. Should be very interesting when they come out of the military. If you have listened to this whole thing, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And then I do want to get into a reading now to see if, is this going to be investigated? And is they going to try and silence this? Try and close it? Is this a distraction? Or something to make Hybe look bad and Adore CEO Min look good? I mean, it kind of looks like it, but I will ask and see what kind of answers I get. So if you want to stick around, I look forward to seeing you on the other side. All right, my friends, thank you for sticking around, and let's get into the tarot reading, okay? Now. Using a newer tarot deck that I have, tarot. Oh, let's see here. Let's look at BD. The allegations of manipulating the charts. Hi, Loki. So, my cat, Loki. Loki, I'm trying to do tarot reading here. Yeah. Sweetie. Thank you for being here. Yes, I appreciate you. Okay, so, there's the Four of Wands reversed. I don't even know, man. What is she up to? Yeah, but I put my cards down. Sweetie. Sweetheart. Come here. Come here, girl. I love you. Yes. Everyone, meet Loki. She is... she's shy. It's like, no. And we have the Knight of Wands. Uh-huh. And we have Hermit. Okay. This was... oh boy. You see, when I'm like the Four of Wands, sometimes that like represents like a family, if it's upright, a new thing, experience like a wedding, you know. In reverse, we're dealing with, a lot of times for me, it reminds me of cult activity. And that doesn't have to be like religious, necessarily, where there's but they have these, they're working, there's some underhanded stuff going on, and I don't like seeing it, okay? And when I see the Knight of Wands, that's like, you see the person in the car, and they're just like, woo! Making, quick, fast decision actions. It's upright, so they definitely knew what they're doing. They were doing it. The Hermit reversed. This was not done alone. Okay. Folks, I don't like seeing shit like this because it doesn't look good for Hybe. I see, with the shaman work, and there's like other, it's almost, selling, it's like they're willing to do just about anything to get their group, it's they've lost their way. Somewhere along the lines, bad decisions started being made. They lost their way. They started hanging around a different group of people. This group of people were like, yeah, it's okay. Making these quick, fast decisions. They're it's like, oh, I gotta get this done. We're gonna do this, and this is great. They want to promote something that is really good, but they have lost their way in doing so. It's not relying on their resources. Yeah, there's secrets. Secret, the moon. Oof, oof. The Five of Swords. So there's definitely conflict and carrying a burden. And then the Four of Swords. The moon is very spiritual, hidden stuff. There's it's The swords. There's a couple swords. We got lots of swords. We got swords and wands, is what I'm seeing here. And the four swords. You see, this person is basically in the bed. Ooh. I think there were some people who were trying to warn them, we shouldn't be doing this. This is the wrong way to go about business. We need to stop. And I don't know who it was, but it's like in the Hybe Corporation, there were two different sides coming at it differently. The Five of Swords, it's just this whole conflict and being sneaky, they self-sabotaging. They were doing things, and you got the Ten of Wands here, and that's burden, man. It is losing. And once again, I just keep seeing this is also losing their way. They made bad decisions. There's definitely fighting on the inside. Someone's trying to remove all the problems, and I think part of it, and I keep thinking, Scooter Braun came to mind, and I think his influences definitely got into things here, and I think it needs to be pulled out. Let's see here. Some clarification cards. Okay. decisions, and the Fool. Okay, folks, I just can't with this. All right. Reverse Pentacles. When we're dealing with the twos, it's decisions, juggling, and this is they've lost balance. This is disorganized. This is making bad. This is like just. We're gonna go ahead and do this. Yeah, we're gonna do this, and it's gonna work out. It's gonna be fine, but it's really irresponsible. And the Two of Swords is over here going, this is bad. I don't know what we should do. I want to oppose this other group. I can't. We're making this bad decision, and I'm stuck here. And the Fool reversed. This is shit. You see, upright is like, oh, new beginnings is fresh, but this is being reckless. This is naive. This is bad choices. They needed to proceed with caution. I don't think they did. They were warning. Someone was warning them. It's gonna come out again. Yep, someone was warning them. The Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, when she's reversed like this is being really stubborn, but not having confidence that someone's likes to micromanage and not have confidence in an idol's talent, that they have to do some underhanded stuff behind the scenes, and that's not good at all. Okay, that was too many cards. Let's try this again. Just give me one or two, please. Okay, thank you. The Page of Swords. We're just dealing with bad decisions and stupidity and being naive. It's like someone new had come in and made a lot of bad choices. They were like, all talk, like, okay, listen up. We're now handling all this, and I got this, and you guys just listen to me. And it was the lead. This was person really was leading others down the path, the bad. It's very deceptive. They have tried to manipulate, allegedly, some of the chart rankings. There is, and I don't know if they're ever gonna get caught. I think I kind of feel like, how can they really say anything? So I'm gonna take out another deck here. We're gonna use. Let's see here. Where's the other Letterman deck? Is this the Letterman deck? No, this is not that. Where is it? I cannot find one of my decks that I love to use. This is weird. Huh. So we'll use the fairy version of it. That's so fine by me. Oh, it might be on my other card. I have a lot of cards, folks. Right now, this deck, if you're not familiar with it, this is an actual divination deck from back in the Victorian days, okay? And it was in the 18s, or it was like Victorian age used it, but this was started. It's like in Italy and France, this deck became popular to use for divination. There was a real lot of people during this time of spirituality and exploring the occult, exploring divination, exploring the Ouija board and tarot. And this deck, I really like the Letterman deck and how you use it and how you read it. So we'll see here. Someone coming out, responsible is someone going to be the downfall. Ooh, okay. It's a little different than my regular deck, but this is 32, and it is the 8 of Hearts. Okay, so this is about reputation. Okay, so okay. The angel's contemplating things. The little fairy. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I was afraid of this. Okay. See, this card 7. You see the snake, right? You could see the little snakey is right there. Okay. And this is it's clubs. Okay. So this this is club. This is someone very deceitful. It's a snake. Okay. I mean, you can't really get around. That's what it is. This is trouble. This is stealthness. This is betrayal. So often it has to do with a woman doing something. Okay. This woman, she is very, very deceptive. She is definitely going to backstab Hybe, and this could be the CEO of a door. She probably knows a lot of their secrets, and I think they want to kind of discredit her, even though by revealing the bad stuff she was doing, which she probably did some of the stuff for New Jeans. People have wondered how New Jeans, just kind of spontaneously grew so fast, Whoops, I just dropped a whole bunch of cards. So we're going to try this again. Where did all the cards go? Okay. Alrighty. Okay. I think people are going to be. I think the government wants to investigate what this woman did with the door, and it's going to cause more and more information to be spilled out. The government's going to start wanting to look into it further, and it might uncover other things. And when I was thinking this, this is 17. This is chatter. This is gossip, divination. There is some secret. There's some meetings that have been going on, and there is some problems with communication, and interviews. You're seeing, I see her interview. This is her interview right here. This is her chatting, trying to say things, but she did express herself well. Put it that way. I think Hybe is glad. You can see they want her to self-destruct. Okay, so 19 here. It's the Six of Clubs, and you see this tower, this building. This has to do with business, bureaucracy. Um, for here, this is so. Yeah, the reputation of the business. They want to try and protect the reputation. Hybe is very concerned about the reputation. They're very concerned about rumors and gossip right now. And I mean, that's obvious. I mean, I didn't need these cards to tell me that. But, oh, shit. Okay, so there's two cards. If they come together in this deck, because 7 is the snake with the deceitful woman, and then we have 23. And you see the mice, and they're just devouring things. And these mices, this is a lot about loss, damages, theft, fear, anxiety. So this person caused a lot of damage to some idols. I think other girl groups, she felt she took a personal affront to it. I don't know if they actually believed in her enough, or the concept of new jeans, because it's very 1990s, and it's not new concept, but the girls they are talented. Okay, it's funny over here with the chatter. We have 11, and you see the fairies are like, nah, 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 nah. One person's like, I'm not listening, la 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 la. Okay, and you see the rope and a broom. Now, these symbolize this once again. This has to do with punishment, dealing with reputation again. With not reputation, repetition. Things happening a lot. This is a lot of anger. This is abuse. This is repeated activities. And in some cases, it could actually be military. I think BTS were being punished by being forced to enlist. I think the dangling the carrot that there was a possibility for them not to was done purposely to torment these young men. And I think somebody was behind this, kind of like pulling the strings of just causing this anxiety and hoping that the guys would, you know, just fall apart. Okay. I really see. Yeah, this is going so. Mm-hmm. 25, the ring. The ring is a contract kind of a situation. It's coming together. It's promises, it's stability. It's sometimes, it's making a commitment. And so they made a commitment. They're so focused on their reputation, and so they made agreements with people, kind of like, scratch your back, I'll scratch yours. And it's gonna be pouring out. I really firmly believe this. Yeah, here's 18. Not everyone went over here. 18, which is about loyalty. And friends had she. This is over the person who's causing deception and lying and manipulation. So someone who is very loyal to her is going to kind of have proof and step up and be like, she's got some truth to hear. There's been some manipulations. There's this been going on. She isn't fully a liar. There's evidence that, and they are they. This is gonna be coming out of left field, I think, for them. Yeah, here's 22, folks, and you see the fairy in the path and the tree here, and the 22 is this is obstacles. This is decisions. Opportunities, but there's been discussion of how they were going to handle things. Yeah, allegedly, there are some things that the girl is saying that is very true and is harmful to Hybe, and I believe that, yeah, because she popped up, the whole thing with their and with the reputation, I would say what I'm seeing, what I kind of recognize here is they someone pushed out the story about Hybe to distract what Adore was doing. Take some of, she was trying to take the heat, and it's like, you did this to me and I'm going to stab you in the back, and I want people to remember what happened in 2017 and get this hurt your reputation. She wants to be the victim. She could be the victim and she could also be the predator. You can be both sometimes. Oh, wow. Folks, tell me what you thought of this reading. Please subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below what your thoughts are. Let me know what readings you want to see next. I love you guys all so much. And yeah, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will see you around.